Yeah.
Yay.
Intro time?
Here we go. Do it.
Okay. The interior of this imperial courtroom was filled up in the same way as any other that made its way onto the hall of vid screens across the trans-system broadcasting network. The sterilized monochrome environment of white marble and blackened steel give the room a sense of rigid structure and unyielding principles. Imperial insignia and banners stress the walls occasionally breaking up the otherwise non-existent door. The black and blood-colored logo of the Eternal Empire or the half-crimson banners were the only source of color. The judge sat in her elevated position of authority above the courtroom as the camera panned in, as if paying close attention to the verdict that was about to be dealt. For those live audience members, the select few that were afforded space within the courtroom seating, they could almost smell the mixtures of tension in the air. For they were the only members of society that had been affected directly by the atrocity, and they were eager to see blood spilled in the water that day. Many of them thought a death sentence would be fair, capital punishment with no chance for resurrection. The judge spoke. The crowd grew still. The holovids televised unwaveringly. It is clear by your actions which have led you here today that you are a person that has lived off society as a parasite. Your life has been about taking from people, an existence that drains from the whole, adding nothing. I could sentence you to serve time. I could grant the sentence of eternal death forever, closing your ledger in debt. I would, however, like to see you give something back to mankind. I seriously doubt that you could ever make right the wrongs you've committed, but I challenge you to try before your end of days. I sentence you to 20,000 hours of community service with the new Imperial Better Community Foundation in the Outer Rim, after which you will return to this courtroom and weigh your deeds. If you are found wanting, you will be cast into oblivion. The gavel rang out, and the people roared. Justice was not delivered today. Intro 1.
Yeah, you did. They're pissed.
They're pissed. So the game begins. With that, you guys begin your 10-day journey across the stars to the Outer Rim, leaving the safety of the Empire, or perhaps not safety, as for most of you, perhaps they would have sought their own justice if you had stayed. On that 10-day trip, you guys do get the opportunity to talk to each other a bit. Like I detailed before, you're the only 3 passengers on the vessel, aside from the crew, which don't really want anything to do with you.
We should do character intros here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably fitting. Let's do that.
I nominate Rix to go first.
All right. Fine by me. All right. Let me. Hello, ladies. The holovid opens up with Rix sitting in a high-backed armchair, dim lights, red velvet smoking jacket, and a fireplace with a light rumble in the background. Cheesy jazz music complements the tone of the piece. My name is Rixime Mandelbaum Bobtail, but you can call me a dream come true. A smile crept across Rix's face. It might creep a person out, and yet something still kept you looking, like a beautiful car wreck. Steepling his hands in a moment, the camera flashed to a left-hand shot, making sure to get a proper framing on his variously colored rings, blending well with the velvet of his smoking jacket. Rix looked over to the left camera. I'm glad you're watching this video. Maybe you're the lady that's meant to join me on this adventure called life. Let's hope so. I'm looking forward to it. A lot like I look forward to an evening of naked painting. The scene changed to an obviously sky-clad Rix behind an easel with a paintbrush in hand. Rix looked out from the easel. A night out at a play, the scene changed again to Rix in a front row seat at a packed theater. Rix looked over to an empty seat. This seat could be yours. Or maybe you fancy a nice dinner and a glass of wine. The scene changed again to show Rix sitting at a table for two in a place that seemed to be incredibly exclusive. It was quiet, small portions, expensive silverware, and of course a bottle of wine with the label prominently visible. The scene switched back to the fireplace with Rix in the armchair, fire still going. He closed the video. If any of this piques your interest, please reach out to the agency for my contact information. I'm available anytime for the right one. The video then fades to a close, and Rix finds himself in the prisoner transport headed out to the rim. In the unflattering light of the ship, this hairless cat was far less charming. His golden eyes still maintained a glint. His dress was far toned down, a blue sweater vest, white undershirt, khakis, and dark brown dress shoe. Only one ring and a necklace that was tucked into a sweater bearing the symbol of Tidrum, the Cat King, a symbol which Rix had set aside for religious reasons, but still bears the sentimentality of home, especially when it was being flung into the far reaches of space.
All right. That was Rix.
Yeah, you did.
Next up is Kata.
Me. All right. Oh, fully ready. So, still putting up everything.
Let's Steven go then,
All right.
if that's the case. Steven. Arthur Servais.
Let's see. Arthur stands a whopping 8'4" tall. This 20% human, 80% machine cyborg is made up of the finest alloys money can buy. Upon further observation, you will notice he's equipped with the latest installation, battle armor, wielding a small shield, and an ion longsword. The color of his armor appears to be a white chrome with blue highlights. Arthur bears multiple insignias across his body of a deity known as the Honorable Judge.
I wrote that.
Yeah, that's Arthur. And if you guys wouldn't mind posting the intro into the chat, I may have missed the first part of that because I was outside trying to do something. They said they delivered my food and I can't find it. So yeah.
Is there like an intros chat? We should probably do that.
Okay.
Um.
So I gotta run outside right now real fast. So as he's having us.
You want it in lobby? I'm gonna put it in lobby. Oh, I can't send it all.
Do we? Oh, is it too big?
Well, I got it. I can do this. I'm like fucking insanely smart. There you go. I could have screenshotted it instead, but like, whatever.
How you doing, Matt?
Ready. Okay. Cade, probably 4-1. He's completely silver. He has fin coming from the top of his head down to the tip of his tail. He often wears just a sleeveless vest with collar pops and black pants.
Has style. I like it.
He has gray and silver eyes and a metal arm. How he got it, he doesn't know.
All right.
He doesn't know, or we don't know.
He doesn't know.
Okay.
Just kind of woke up and it was there.
I think I'd treat you like you're being a dick, Craig. Seems like a conversation starter, like an icebreaker. Hey, what happened to your arm? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, well, fuck you too.
No, really, I don't know.
All right.
All right. So, I assume we weren't all at court together, right? It was
Right.
three
Nope.
separate trials with three separate. Okay.
3 separate trials. Yep. You, given your degree of infamy, you were probably aware of each other in the news, incident wise. But given that you were wrapped up in your own affairs, and they were all handled at separate trials. The intro was was designed to give you a sense of your trial. We kept it vague enough so that
Right.
specifically it didn't not apply to anybody. Kind of equally applies to all of you, but it wasn't a shared trial.
Right. I just wanted to make sure. Because Ricks have questions.
Did you refer to yourself in the third person?
Well, but I don't, as Zach have questions, but Ricks do.
So you refer to yourself in the fourth person?
So right now we have you on the transport, shuttling towards your destination. They have told you that the what do we call this? Better Community Fund, the IBCF, Imperial Better Community Foundation, will be giving you a place to stay for housing. They will have an agent that will come contact you. Other than that, the transport guards don't really know any specifics. They were just told to drop you off. So that gives you 10 days to mingle, ask questions of each other. I don't know if there's anything you want to specifically get out of the way before we go planet side.
Ricks looks out at the other two and says, listen, it doesn't matter what we're all here for. I know what the news said, but I'm well aware that the news can be manipulated. So I'm holding no judgment on either of you, and I ask the same. But here's the deal. They want us to do some community service. I have a feeling they're not going to make it that easy. They're not going to have things for us to do. We're not going to show up and they're going to have us picking up trash for 20,000 hours. And then we go clock in with the Empire and then we're done. I don't think it's going to be that easy. There's going to be a lot of social navigating that has to happen. We're going to have to make the best possible name for ourselves. And lucky for you two, that's my business. So you let you let old Rixie here do what he does best, and we'll be in and out of this in no time.
Arthur stands up, walks over. Hello, Rixie. My name's Arthur. It's nice to meet you. What you're saying sounds great. I plan on making a new name for myself, doing great deeds. So
Well,
it would be a pleasure to have you along for the ride.
a new
And
name.
you're right.
A
You're
new-
right. It doesn't matter what you did. It's all about how you reform yourself and what you do to counterbalance the scales in the right direction.
Rix looks over at Kada. You see, this man gets it. This man acting like the cameras are on right now. He knows what's up. He knows. He talks about counterbalancing scales, and it's just fantastic job, Arthur. Rick shakes your hand. I'll be more than happy to take this journey with you. It's going to be great. Now, the one thing I will say is I can't paint the right image if you guys hold back on me. So if there's something in your past that the people don't know about, if there's something that they don't know, it's important for me to know so that we can frame that in the best possible light. Because who wants at this stage of their life more bad news getting out? And trust me, there's always a positive light that can be shed on any story.
Hear a lot of talk, but it's all air. You can go do your publicity stuff. I'm gonna do me.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope it's that easy for you.
I mean, I'll tag along with you guys, but I don't want the spotlight on
No.
me.
Well,
It's
nobody
not my game.
wants the spotlight. You use the spotlight. You move the spotlight to where it needs to be. Nobody wants it. That's a story they don't tell you. Nobody really likes being on camera all the time. No, nobody really likes that. But you use that influence. And let me tell you something. That style you got with the vest and the whole bit, we can work with that. We can work with that. It's beautiful. You need to comb your hair a bit, but we can make it work.
Yeah, let's take a look around. Is it just us in this part of the ship? Are we handcuffed?
No.
Handcuffed for 10
Nope.
days. That would suck.
Mm.
Nope.
All right.
Rix has no desire for anything on this ship. He wants to get off and figure out what's next.
Fantastic. Your time aboard the small transport shuttle is best described as cramped, minimal, and awkward. The relatively uncomfortable 10 days pass slowly. You're permitted to bring any belongings you'd like on the relocation trip to the Outer Rim. Brochures and decades-old holo videos are available about the town that they are dropping you off at. Sandy Shores, a sandy vacation hotspot and booming mining colony. Before you know it, the shuttle prepares to drop out of astral skipping and set down on planet Tivium 3, locally known as Anvanderol.
I checked my books. Did the money deposit? Heck yeah. It's been a 10-day, right? I got money. I got income.
Yes.
Sweet.
Stepping off the shuttle, the first sensations that greet you are the oppressive sand, sun, and salty air. The large red sun blasts the planet with an unforgiving warmth, making you wonder whether it's summer here. Hopefully the winter months will prove more relenting as you quickly begin to realize you are starting to sweat. The sand is everywhere, blown in on every strand of wind. A great desert stretches to the east beyond a rocky line, granting sandy shores a constant source of uncomfortable, stinging sand. Something in the air leaves a very salty metallic taste in your mouth. The landing pad is a small affair. A few lights and short fences mark off a square platform for your vessels to set down. The transport doesn't even cut the engines, as they plan to leave as soon as you get off. The trailer park of Sandy Shores is laid out before you, clearly marked with a hollow board, "Welcome to Sandy Shores, Deserted Paradise." The extra ED added by some local hacker who thought they were being funny or accurate. You can make out a few civil buildings here, and they're filling out one side of the small town. Filling out, sorry. The most prominent among these is the bar, a neon sign reading "Dusty Dive." I butchered the shit out of that.
You're doing great.
You're doing great.
Damn it, I was going to say that. You're doing great.
Rix looks at you two and says, "Goodness gracious, I might have to turn on my Southern charm for this one. I tell you what, we just gonna have to find out, ain't we?"
I don't know. Do you want a piece of candy? And I pull out a Jolly Rancher and throw it in my mouth. You want one?
No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
I have a mint. I have different flavors.
Is my breath messed up?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
My breath messed up.
How the frick do you say this guy's name?
Rix.
No, the other one.
Kaida.
Kaida. Cade?
Cade?
Perfect. Yeah, Cade. I'm Arthur, like I said in the thing. It's nice to meet you. Want a piece of candy?
Yeah, I'll take a mint.
Heck yeah. Here you go. I pull out a mint and hand it over. It's hard candy.
All right. Well, I guess we'll mosey on down, wait on our handler, then, won't we? I tell you what.
What's his name? The handler?
They don't give us names. Do you think we're important enough to get names around here? They'll find us. I promise you that.
Yeah, it'll be hard to miss me.
This accent.
With the accent. Too much slang. I'm gonna throw my bags over her shoulder and head to the bar. I don't know what these two are doing, but I'm going to the bar.
Okay.
I think we follow him. What do you say, Rick?
We're following Cade to the bar because we're not leaving one of our men's alone out here. It's not happening.
All
I don't
right.
even know this
Okay.
guy.
All right, you guys
First
head toward
first
the bar. Under the blistering midday sun, Sandy Shores does not have a lot of foot traffic. But as you approach the bar, you can begin to hear noise coming from inside. It's got a fair number of patrons, even at this time of the day. Easily one of the larger buildings in the town, the Dusty Dive shows enough wear and tear from wind and sand to mark it as one of the oldest structures. For almost as long as there has been a Sandy Shores, there has been a Dusty Dive. The neon hollow sign on the outside is probably the newest thing in town. Even during the slowest business hours, there are at least half a dozen patrons here drinking their sorrows away, including the off shift from the mines. The interior is simple, room enough to seat 100 people. Sand occupies much of the floor, and the owner clearly is not concerned with trying to keep it out. A long bar makes up the far wall, behind which a surly dwarf can always be found. Behind the bar, there are several pictures of the local mines. The bartender stands amongst miners here and there in the images. You guys walk into the Dusty Dive. Like I said, you see easily half a dozen people sitting around drinking.
Just open the door and be like, like take a big like glance at the place and be like, man, what a shithole. We'll head to the dwarf. Give me a drink.
Yeah. I walk up to the bartender. I'll sit down.
Looking at the dwarf, he tells you his name. He's like, huh, strangers. It's very often we get people not local in this bar. My name's Gilgrim Drunkelm. Gilgrim Drunkelm stands about 5'2", and his beard is 2 feet 4 inches long. Observing him, he wears a black leather jacket, black denim jeans that have holes in them. He's got shield-eyed sunglasses, and he also looks like your typical biker dwarf. Atop his head sits a well-worn and faded miner's helmet covered in scratches and dirt. He's like, what can I do for you fellas?
Well, we're new here. You got like you don't know any history about this place? I wouldn't mind learning about it. Or I don't know what's the where's the local church? How far is that from here?
Church?
A temple, chapel, whatever.
We're mining folk. We pray that we don't die in the mines. That's about it.
Who do you pray to?
Not what I'm trying to tell you is we don't really believe in a god around here. But you folk landed and arrived at a really strange time recently. I don't know if you watched the news, but we had a few murdered behind this bar a few days ago. Wasn't very pleasant for business, but we all love to drink and talk about how we mined.
Someone was murdered?
Yeah, sad day. 4 people actually.
How long ago?
2-3 days. Right out back.
Wow. Has the murderer been brought to justice?
I think the sheriff's boys dealt with him. Not sure though. Don't really care.
Oh, you have a sheriff here.
Yeah, Seth. He drinks here from time to time. He's a short fella.
Alrighty. I'd love to go talk to Seth.
Yeah, there's not really an official law here in Sandy Shores, but he does his best.
Can I get a drink now?
A drink, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you would like a drink? Our local drink, the hottest thing right now we have is the Sandy Pit. It gives you a real quick buzz. Sure you can handle it?
Sure.
All right, he pours you a mug of the Sandy Pit right out of a giant pitcher.
I'm gonna, as he's like making the drink, I'm gonna turn to Arthur. Sorry. Like, so what'd they get you for?
What do you mean?
Why are you here?
Oh, I turned myself in.
You did what?
Yeah, no
Why?
one got me.
This is
Went up-
a story.
Went up to the courthouse and told him what I
Oh.
did, and
What'd you do?
well, do you want my full life story? I'll give it to you.
Nah, you can skip the life story. I don't care about that. Well, what'd you do to get here?
Okay, yeah, I went to a temple, multiple temples, a string of temples, a lot of churches, and me and my brethren, ex-brethren, of course, slaughtered everyone and suicide bombed a bunch of places.
The bartender pitches in as y'all are having this conversation. Is like, oh, you guys are the folk that were on the TV the other night.
Us.
Arthur Servas, at your service.
He laughs at your last name. Wow. Well, maybe actually seeing Seth might be good for you. I'm sure he has something for you guys to do.
Is he our handler? That's what Rick's called him.
Handler.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like he can barely handle his town.
You would be right. All these drug problems going around.
Well, we're getting closer now, me and you. Right? What'd you do, Cade?
I stole the queen's jewels and the princesses. And he winks.
Stole their jewels.
Yeah. Stole the crown right off her head. And it caught me with the princess. I can hear someone furiously typing.
Sorry.
Yeah. I know. It might have been a dumb decision to sleep with the princess the moment you have the crown in the hand. But, she was so damn attractive.
You slept with her.
Yeah, I stole her jewels. He winks again.
Why do you keep winking at me? Listen, I don't think I can do that kind of stuff.
Sleep with people? It's easy.
Right.
Steal stuff?
No. All right. So they got you. You didn't turn yourself in?
I mean, technically, yes. Technically, no.
Well, theft is pretty bad.
You bombed a bunch of churches, and you're.
I didn't. I didn't say what I did was any better. I just, I have a plan on how I'm going to go about and redeem myself and make a better name. What about you? How do you feel about that?
So, what? How much stuff did you guys bring with you? Because I know some of you can't carry very much.
I brought a lot of stuff.
I didn't. I brought a few change of clothes. That's pretty much all I had.
Okay.
No money.
Cade's traveling with a backpack.
That's all I could carry. If I'm lucky. That's all I could carry. But
Yeah.
Well,
The luggage has wheels.
well, yeah, that's true. I'm not sure what the pull weight difference is versus the carry weight, but I imagine it's not much. But yeah, clothes for a couple of different occasions. Would be something that Rick's would bring, but that would be about it. All right. So while those two were talking, now that Rick's has a lay of the land, at least within this bar. He ponies up to the bar and introduces himself to Gilgrim, addressing him by name. Gilgrim, old friend, how are you doing today?
Mighty fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. My name is Rix. I'm with these other two over here. My big concern is I seem to remember if I watched the news recently that you had an issue here at this bar, and it involved some murders. I think that's public knowledge at this point.
Aye.
What I want to do for you, is find a way to get some more security in here, so you don't feel so strapped when trouble starts coming your way. Because let's be honest here, Gilgrim, you deserve respect around here, and you deserve to be seen as somebody that handles his business. And I'm afraid with that story that's going on, I'm afraid that people might think differently of you, and I want you to be respected around here, and I'm willing to help you. So if you'll just give me a couple 10-day, I'll be back with a proposal to get some cameras up in here, and help you get your bar a little bit more, shall we say, secure. How's that sound?
If you're talking about respect, I'm not too sure it was the murders that made people's opinion of me go down.
Oh.
But that's a long story.
Oh.
Told it one too many times.
Well, I don't need the whole story today. I don't need the whole story today, but at least you and I agree that.
Did I get my drink yet?
Patron comes up to the bar, slides his glass across the bar, says, "Give me a refill." Says, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Old Gilgrim here is used to having dead bodies on his hands. Isn't that right?"
Gilgrim lets out a big sigh and refills the patron's drink and gives Kata his. I just wish things could have gone differently. You see, I used to have my own little troop in those mines. Man, the horrors. I just can't escape it, man. Ugh.
Wait,
Anyway.
You ran with the crew?
I mean, yes, I love being in the mine. It's good work, honest work.
Oh, that type.
If you love the mine so much, why are you doing the bartending thing?
You see,
Yeah, I thought this man was a gangster.
I lost the panel that has my character sheet. Something happened. I don't have chat no more. I don't have character sheet no more. I don't have.
Is it minimized? There's a little 3-button flag that on the top right.
Hang on, let me reload Roll20 because we about to change course in this. I don't like depressed Gilgrim. We don't live. Gilgrim deserves to be respected. We don't do depressed Gilgrim out here. All right, we cool. Got it. Okay, awesome.
you see, Arthur, 6 years ago, me and 4 other miners, we were all ambitious. We wanted to make it big. All our families, we wanted to feed them all, keep them all well, protected. And a part of the mines has yet to be cleared out of any danger. You know, putting wood to stable the rocks from falling in on you, you know, sandworms that haven't had their bladder harvested. You know, things like that. And I decided to take those 4 men. I gave them a speech. I hyped them up. And we went in, and not even an hour in, we were surrounded. The sandworms, they were too many. I was the only one that made it out due to the sacrifice of the other 4. Do you know how hard it is to tell 4 different families that their father will never come home?
All right. So Rick's hearing this is going to attempt to alter Gilgrim's emotion. I am going to attempt to make him believe that he did everything he could and he's a hero and he's been carrying this weight too long, and people need to understand the weight that he's under, and he needs to hold his head high because really he has nothing to be depressed about or sad about. He did everything he could, and he's a local legend. Let me roll my dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. You start saying all that. 2 of the patrons throw their drinks to the ground and they get up. They go, bullshit. I heard old Gilly didn't even go into the mines that day. He just sent those 4 men to die, saving his life. He saved his own ass.
I appreciate the gesture, Rix, but I'm trying to keep a business here. I'm spending more than I'm earning at this rate.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you
You said
accepted
there
the
were-
fact you accepted the fact that something happened, and you told those families, and you apologized. And what's this is the next step for Gilgrim. So what are you doing to redeem yourself, to make it up to the people? Are you giving what you doing here?
Well,
How are you making it better?
the building you're standing in. Keep the
All
booze coming, the people stay happy.
you said there were 2 patrons, right, that got all huffy. Are they
Yeah.
are they still nearby, or did they dip out?
They're all getting up to leave.
All right. As
Look-
they're getting up to leave, I'm going to cast charm on the both of them.
All right.
You know, subtle spell casting and whatnot.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So that's a multi-action, right? Or do I not take penalties because we're outside combat? You tell me.
No, it's fine. No penalties.
All right.
You got some time.
Heard that. All right. Got my hands in my pockets. Cool. That's the first one. And here's the second one. I am trying to get them to come to their senses, and Gilly's a good guy, and there wasn't no bullshit spewed. You like me, everybody likes me, and they, most importantly, they like spending money at this bar.
All right. Something comes over them. They seem to calm down. They talk it out for a few seconds, and then they go, "All right, yeah, let's sit down. Let's." They order a couple of drinks.
Huh.
I say, sorry about that, Gil.
Wow. Well, I guess I better get them their drinks.
If you guys have any more questions, I'll be right back. And Gilgrim prepares them delicious sandy pit and heads it over to them.
All right.
Walk over to Slick Rick. Ricks,
Yeah.
I am proud of you. You just met this this bartender and you're speaking about his character out loud to patrons. You really do care. That's good.
Like you said, everybody deserves a second chance, and I don't believe anybody does bad things just to be bad. They do bad things because they feel like they have to, and sometimes things get misconstrued in the moment. So you're absolutely right. I think he deserves to be taken seriously around here, and you're absolutely right. We've come to make a difference, right? That's what the court wants from us. They want us to make a difference. Well, let's get started.
Cade's gonna finish his drink, and he's gonna like drop. I don't know how much it costs, but I'm gonna slip 100 credits and slide it to the end of the bar.
Less than
Gosh.
that.
Way less than that.
Just want to be.
Right? This is a podunk town with a special. Maybe it's like $9, $10, 50% tip rate. You're talking like $15.
Right.
You just dropped a hundo. Let's go.
So
I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm not making a big deal about it. I flipped it, and, like nodded to Cade.
all right. So I need to update my Rolodex real quick. Good times.
All right.
And we need to. Didn't the Empire say we had somebody coming looking for us or a place to stay? Because
With that, the door to the Dusty Dive opens up and a figure comes in.
It's just about to be like, yeah, they don't give a shit about us.
Let's see. Yeah, the first thing you notice about him is his height. You gather that he's about 4 feet 3 inches tall on the shorter side of life forms. He wears his 3-piece sheriff attire, which includes blue jeans, a button-down shirt, and overalls, complete with his badge, unofficial law. He comes off as confident, straightforward, and right to the point. His skin is green and graying, and it appears that the harsh sun has left marks on his skin. On his right hip rests a custom high-tech revolver, decaled purple, and the word "Midnight" written on the side of it. He appears to be a goblin. This new person comes striding in confidently, walking through the middle of the dive straight up to the bar, to the strangers, and to Gilgrim.
Ah, Seth. I was just talking about you to these fine men.
I can see you're already trying to sell your piss water down the throats of these outsiders.
Piss water? Come on. Another insult.
Let's see. Says, I guess you all just got in on that last shuttle.
We did. Stand up. reach down to shake his hand.
He spits in his hand and then wipes it off on his coveralls and then shakes your hand.
I'm Arthur.
Seth Slate Flame. Local sheriff, not sheriff. I keep the law around here. Well, I keep the peace.
Well, it's a pleasure.
What? What was his last name?
It's in the Rix's Rolodex. He's already been in there. We already have information on this guy. It's Seth Slate Flame. He is an
I thought it was
overzealous.
Pet Flame. I was like, what? This
He's
guy
an
Irish?
overzealous sheriff that seems to go a little too hard.
Seems like your transport didn't even wait long enough to toss the waste overboard after they got you off. They just took out.
Pretty sure they considered us waste.
Matt beat me to
Well,
it.
try not to leave a mark on my pretty little sandy shores then. On your way through, or are you staying? What are you doing here?
We're staying. We're here to do some service. We want to clean this place up, make it look real pretty like.
That take a while.
Any marks we make, we want it to be positive.
Well, you certainly left your mark in that cathedral, wasn't it?
Well, sir.
I think they're still picking up the pieces and body parts.
I'm sure they are. Not in the last one though. The last one, I think I helped them clean that one up.
Yeah, well, maybe you try and help a little quieter around here, a little less debris, a little less killing.
I'll plan on doing that. Killing, that is.
Sheriff, maybe you've misunderstood my my friend here. We plan to help in a more, shall we say, charitable way. Now, if there's something you might need, you just let us know. But there won't be any violence or carrying on. No ruckus. We can reform this place without the ruckus. Let me tell you what.
Well, actually, there might be a few things you could help us out with around here.
You just point us in the direction, and we'll get it done.
Just a couple of nights ago, Gilgrim here had a few dead bodies out back.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me, Sheriff.
We've already talked to the most respected member of society about that particular issue. No worries. But if you have any leads on that, we'd be happy to bring them to justice.
The most respected? Who's the most respected?
Gilgrim.
Seth kind of smiles at that and shoots Gilgrim a glance, telling him, don't worry, I'll set you straight later.
Right. Sorry. You kind of notice the patrons don't have any like funny business going on. They're like kind of relaxed, calm down now, even after Rix's spell.
All right, well, like I said, my specialty here is keeping the peace. The law ain't necessarily much my business. So if you want to look into those bodies, maybe as outsiders you can figure something out. Let me know. Could be a reward.
Oh. How much we talking? I don't work for free.
Hey, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
You do work for free, actually. This is called community service.
Right, you're right. You can call it.
Oh, well, I like that price just fine.
No.
I do also, however, have some more personal business.
What?
No.
If maybe you'd like to discuss it somewhere more private.
I'm okay to discuss it right here.
You guys could always use the back room. It's nice and quiet.
No, that's all right.
My fees can be a little bit pricey.
That's okay, Gilly. I think we'll take a walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, walk up to Gilgrim. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Put $10 on the table. That's for you.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
Bad TM.
All right.
my first tip. I appreciate it, Arthur. You're welcome whenever.
His first tip, I gave him
So,
$100.
Arthur and Kate are walking outside with Seth, I imagine. That's the bit.
Are you not coming?
Oh, I'm gonna hang back just a second. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. No worries. It'll just take a second.
Split party.
No, it's literally gonna be a second. I just need them to
That's cool.
go away.
I'm comfortable with split party.
Just need them to go away.
Split party, he's like inside, we're outside. Like split party would be like one person go forward and the other person go to the right.
Oh yeah, like oh, never mind. Never mind.
All right, you two leave. And it triggers our mimic. The Dusty Dimes and Mimic.
The Dusty Dimes. So as they're like walking out the door, Rix leans up to Gilgrim and says, "Listen, friend, things are gonna change for you around here. Start saying it with your chest. You don't have to apologize for everything. I'll be back and we'll get you sorted out. But you start carrying yourself like you deserve that respect. I'm gonna get you around here, and you'll do all right."
I will try my best. Rix.
All right. Definitely appreciate you, friend. This is going to be a fruitful partnership. Rix leans up over the bar, I think, to shake his hand, depending on the... I don't know the height difference there, but he does shake Gilgrim's hand, and then he scurries off to catch up with Cade and Arthur and Seth.
All right.
As soon as Seth leaves the bar, the noise inside the bar picks back up.
One thing I do want to do that even though Arthur is going to be, or even though Rix is going to be a little bit more quiet in this particular interaction because he doesn't rightly know how to take the sheriff, not sheriff right now. One thing I do want to do is get some ideas of whether or not he's connected to here. Was he shipped in here? Does he have any major connections? So we're gonna focus my inspiration site on the sheriff.
All right. Let's take a look at that more closely. Let's see.
And then the focus has particular rules for MOS over and against their...
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So you get a general sense that Seth is the big dog around here. And it's an individual kind of thing. He doesn't appear to be attached to anything professionally. He doesn't appear to trust anyone around here. And he doesn't really have any friends.
Okay.
You get the impression that Seth isn't the friendliest kind of guy out here. And whatever reasons he's doing things, it's not the people.
All right, let me write that down. That's gonna come up later.
Because you do see the opposite with regards to the people, right? Those patrons trust Seth to a certain degree, and they respect him.
Okay. So
but when you flip it, he doesn't give a shit about them.
it's like it's a one-way. The respect is not mutual. He doesn't care about them, but they do. At least in the sense that they acknowledge he's in charge and respect him to that degree. Do they like him? Is he liked or respected? Because those are different.
You get the sense it's more respect and fear.
Okay. All right. Ricks can work with this.
Okay. You catch up with the others. They're walking away from some of the buildings, heading out towards the rocky line separating sandy shores and the desert. The desert is a great, vast ocean of just sand and rolling wind. You think you can make out the shape of some sort of sand skiff or something off in the horizon, several miles out.
Couldn't have picked the worst place to drop us off at.
Well, Sheriff, would you like a piece of candy?
No, I don't think I will.
Well, I'll help myself then. And he pulls another piece of candy, strawberry this time, and throws it in his mouth.
Yeah, you lot sure are special folk, aren't you?
Thank you.
About my matter, I got a few credits I could throw your way if you're willing to help me out with a small problem I've got here in town. Seeing as how there's only one of me, and you are quite big.
I like to break things too.
Well, that'll come in handy. There's a group of deviants, miscreants, vagrants, whatever you want to call them. Batch of old boys that are selling bathtub hooch and under-the-counter pharmaceuticals. I need you to help me bring them in line a little bit.
What's the problem with selling bathtub hooch and other pharmaceuticals?
The lack of respect in which the way they do it.
What do you mean?
means he's not getting a portion of the profits.
It means that they're not too concerned with disturbing business around here and hurting people. Like I said, I need your help reining them in a bit. I don't need you to go kill them or take them out or anything like that. If you could bring them in peaceful, that would actually be preferred. I suspect, though, you're going to have to hit more than a few of them over the head first, though.
I don't do much hitting.
Maybe they'll come willing.
Yeah, maybe.
Hello,
Let me ask
Arthur.
Let me ask you a question, Sheriff. What's it take to get something shipped out this way?
I guess what kind of something are we talking about?
Well, our friend.
If your standards are low enough, we might already have it here.
Well, my point is, our friend Gilly needs some security cameras. He's he wants to be more secure in his place, and I don't want to see what happened a few nights ago happen again. So I was just trying to get the man some cameras for his place. Now, it didn't sound to me like you have security cameras out back around yonder and whatnot.
No, and you're new around here, so I'll forgive you that ignorance this once, but see, the people at Sandy Shores, we aren't the type that like security cameras sitting around watching what people do, recording things.
Why not?
Oh, I like this place more and more.
Let's just say that sometimes people do some things that they regret, and maybe they don't want on camera.
I think it's better if you do something you regret to bring to light, and then repent, and then make sure you act in a way that will redeem yourself.
Well, agree to disagree, but I'm telling you right now, you go sticking security cameras everywhere, they're not going to last very long. I promise.
Okay.
Well, maybe you could talk to the people. Tell them, hey, these security cameras are here for you. Don't break
Yeah,
them.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
All right. Well, that tells me everything I need to know and more, Sheriff. We'll take care of your little ruffian problem. No worries. You can count on us. I just hope that we can count on you if we start ruffling feathers around here to, shall we say, deputize our actions. That we're not left holding the bag. And if you say I got to carry my own bag, then sure, I'll carry my own luggage. But I just need to know.
I'll say it a third time, because I think I said it twice already, and you're not really getting the picture. I'm not the law around here. I keep the peace. There ain't a lot of law around here. So I don't know what you need deputizing for.
All right. Fair enough.
So he's wearing a sheriff's badge then, right?
He's wearing it says unofficial law.
So where'd you get that badge from?
Off a dead sheriff?
Well, you got any more of those lying around? Not dead sheriffs, but the badges. I think they look pretty cool.
I like the way it looks. No, I don't. Which
Maybe
is
I'll
just
try.
fine, because I think we've only got room for one unofficial sheriff in Sandy Shores.
I like the way it looks too.
All right.
How long do you boys intend on staying out here?
Like I said, I'm here to clean this place up, make it look nice and shiny. And you said it's only big enough for one, but you're like half a sheriff, because you're small. So it'd be alright if I stepped in a little bit. Maybe you can call me deputy. I look to Rix. When you order those security cameras, order me one of those badges too, please. Of course, I'll front the bill.
It's fine. It's fine. Mr. Slate Flame, look, there's obviously a lot we have to learn about the social climate out around these here parts. So
We get back to the part of payment.
don't you worry your pretty little head about payment, Kate. I'm gonna make sure that this gets sorted out as well. Now,
Yeah,
listen.
you're not the one paying me though.
Right, and Mr. Slate Flame, I plan on having him redirect, shall we say, our payment. I just got to make sure that my
Direct.
my ideal will work out. Kate, I'll talk to you in a moment. We're in front of.
Oh, we're talking right now. This is
we're-
us talking.
We're in front of
There's
mixed.
no
Right now.
We're in front of
There's
mixed
no
company. And
redirection. I want the money. Give me the money.
we're in front of mixed company, sir, and I don't want to have this debate out in front of mixed company. Now, Mr. Slate Flame, it's been a pleasure. We'll go handle your little pharmaceutical issue post haste. Let me just figure out where to rest my dogs. And
All right.
And we'll.
Well, I can help you on both those accounts. First of all, if you're looking for my boys that need some roughing up, you're gonna find them out at the Sunshine Circle suburb.
All right.
And for your little friend there, I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you drag in unconscious, and 2,000 for their leader, Billy Bath Salts.
My friend, you got a deal.
All right.
Should have taken fire magic.
Well, I'm sure we'll be conducting quite a bit of business. So just get used to seeing our pretty little mugs around here.
Secondly, you're probably looking for that community foundation trailer. That's who you're with, right?
The IBCF, the ICBF, some acronym.
Yeah, you'll find their trailer out back that way. Just to the end of this lot. Third trailer on the right. Just the way they left it.
Okay. Well, boys, let's go mosey on over there.
Just the way. Who left it?
You're asking Seth?
Mhm.
Well, those Imperial fellas.
Okay.
They came out here some years ago, bought the trailer, walked it over, marked it up.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get settled in over there, and we'll get to work shortly on our mutual problem.
You guys go into the trailer?
That's where Rix is gonna motion for the crowd to go, the trio to mosey on. We need to mosey that direction.
All right. Everyone following?
I am.
Let's see. Some good music for this.
I need to go use the restroom real quick. Give me 45.
We need a break. It's almost 9:30.
Yeah. Yeah. Break.
Let's go to break.
All right, let's go to break.
All right, break time.
Break. We're
Hold up.
live.
My food's on the way finally.
Cool.
No, it's not.
For the second time.
All right. Hit me with a description of this hellhole that we live in.
I got you. This trailer fits nicely with the surrounding community in both petty amenities and size. About 50 feet long and 12 feet wide. The outside shows a fine amount of wear and tear with only a dozen or so rust spots for sand to leak in. Other than the solid metal color, the outside hosts a variety of graffiti markings and illegible tags. One marking on the side of the trailer appears new and formal, the IBCF logo, standing out since apparently whoever placed it took a moment to clear the underlying graffiti first. The inside is neat enough, stylized in 20-year-old hard floors, single color walls, and a thick metal ceiling. There are 3 bedrooms, a small living area, and a combination of bathroom/kitchen.
Well,
That's y'all's living condition.
this is home. Does it appear that it's just us living here? There's not like extra looky-loos and.
Does the ceiling on this place?
What are the place?
How tall is the ceiling?
5.5 feet.
That's
You got-
unfortunate.
You got an army crawl to get in, Arthur.
Damn.
If you don't know by the dimensions, it is 2/3 the size of a standard single wide trailer.
Why would they do that?
Make it tiny.
Yeah.
Well, I think people said the same thing whenever you blew up a church.
It's the same reason the Soviet Union did almost anything they did, because it was cheaper.
Okay.
So this is where we're living?
But as far as we can tell, it's just us in here. This hasn't been like people haven't been walking around recently. And
Bro. Well, what if the sheriff took our building? This used to be his old house, and you just spray painted the logo on this bad boy.
Oh, somebody send a point of will, please.
Right? What if that
I'll
was
do it
a
right now.
thing? Why would you...
I'll do it right now.
He's in a new house, the newest house in Sandy Shores. It's a 3-story, 3D printed home.
So I think it's important to discuss how we move from here. And I won't rehash what we did off camera, but I laid out a plan to ask those little persuade those little ruffians to go ahead and play security for the bar, at least for the time being, until we can get something more permanent. And I think where Cade and I had a little bit of momentary disagreement was he feels there's some value in getting paid out here, and that's the conversation that we went live on. And Rix would look at Cade and go, "Listen, I understand that in most of the empire, and on most worlds that exist, money buys good things, but frankly, I don't see that there's a lot of stuff for sale out here. But what I do see, looking around with my particular set of skills, is that social capital seems to buy a lot. So if we make a good little name for ourselves, we'll be sitting pretty in no time, and you'll have all the shiny things you could possibly want. But I don't think a couple thousand credits is going to change our life out here in shitty shores."
But let's just walk through the ending of your plan. Is you're gonna convince these ruffians, hooligans, whatever the sheriff called them, to be bodyguards for a bartender we've barely met, when the person who influences the town,
I'm back. What'd I miss?
he influences the town, and you want to go against him because that's
See,
what you're gonna do.
that's where you're wrong. He doesn't.
No, I think I'm right.
Well, I don't want to go against Mr. Slate Flame. I want to accomplish
that's
what he wants
what
to accomplish.
Gonna do.
And
He's gonna pay us.
he doesn't. How do I put this in a way that you'll understand? He influences the town by fear and being
backwards.
rather imposing.
No, you just got here.
I have a particular set of skills that allow me to know these things. Rix points to his eyes. I can see the world for what it really is. Relationships. The social sphere that moves around unseen by the average folk. I can see.
You got magic.
Right. And my point is, the sheriff is going to have to at some point acknowledge that if my plan goes according to its parts, he's gonna have to acknowledge that Shitty Shores is changing the way that it moves. We're not ruling by fear anymore. We're gonna rule by joy, respect, goodness.
It's gonna rule by making people happy. Oh, that's funny.
I don't want to rule. I think this town needs a good leader.
Oh, this whole time, Cade's been like looking for a spot to hide stuff. Like in the kitchen, in the ceiling, somewhere he's looking to hide stuff. That's what he's looking for.
Well, maybe rule's a too harsh a word. Lead is probably better. You're right, Arthur. That's probably better. But I'm not as careful with my words behind closed doors and in private as I would be in public. You know, the perception of people matters, but when you can turn it off, you should.
Why do you want to control this shithole?
Well, no. I think that's the best way for us to report to whomever that we've made a positive impact. We've served the community. I think that. So,
A bartender, bodyguards.
for now, yeah, because
Or not?
because that
You got in that big old brain of yours.
that man could easily be the leader that this place deserves. He just doesn't believe it
I'm
right now.
pretty sure you just saw two people walk out of his bar and said that he left people to die in a cave.
Is that what happened?
Why do
today?
you want to help him? I don't care what happened. But we saw two people walk away,
I'm not sure.
and then
well,
they suddenly walked back in.
The way I remember it, just to be clear, the way I remember it is they got a little bit out of hand and got a little bit sideways, and then they came to their senses and recognized that this bar is a good place, and all that other nonsense. They must have had a fever dream or something. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is
They weren't awake. They were clearly awake.
what I do know is we're not standing in a place to pass judgment. I'm not here to judge people's past, because if I got judged on my past, I deserve to be hanged, and the fact that I'm out here is strictly speaking the mercy of the Empire. I should not be here right now. What I did was terrible, horrible, and inexcusable.
What'd you do?
Okay, we're not being watched. I'll cut the bullshit. I stole money from old people.
Cameras.
There are no cameras. We've already been told this. Cameras suck here, and people hate being watched. So that's already been the precedent that's been set. But forget the media spin about it. I made a lot of effort to spin that story. But I stole money from old people, and that's how I made my living the last time, right before I got sent out here. And what I did wasn't good, and I consider this place an opportunity to use my skills differently. I do not want to cheat people the way that I did before.
For atonement.
Yeah, atonement. He
realize the irony of what you just said, right? Like you're cheating the sheriff out of something he wants. The non-sheriff, I apologize.
What am I not giving Seth that he wants? You tell me what.
He wants these people brought in, and you want to make them bodyguards.
Right. I'm going to bring them in. They are going to state their case that they're very sorry for what they did. They're going to be brought in, and they're going to go to work. They're very sorry, and they won't do it again. And they're going to beg forgiveness and brought in. Sure, we can bring them in wherever, but there's no sense in putting them in jail.
One thing about criminals, they love an honest day's work.
Y'all do whatever. I'm gonna sit back and watch your plan blow up in your face.
So what
that popcorn?
What say you that we do? What is your perspective on the right way to handle this?
First off, I would do the first thing that matters at a job is scout the area, see how many people are actually there. Big guy, how the weapon you carry, how good are you with it?
My name is Arthur, and
yeah, Arthur. Sorry, big guy, Arthur.
My best. Am I What was the question again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. How good are you at hitting people? Because my magic's not.
You want to know about my weapons? Well, my best weapon is my sense of truth. Even the sharpest. Sorry. Even the sharpest blade does not cut as deep as the truth does.
See, he gets it.
Okay. I am on a team with a bunch of idiots. Great. Y'all go do what y'all want to do. I'm gonna go back to the bar, I guess.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Because I need you here because this is a plan.
Oh, I'll be here.
And I can't guarantee that this plan will work. It is something that I want to do. It is my goal, but as you know,
what do you need me for? Because apparently you're the star of the show right now. So, what do you need me for? You're gonna go talk to him,
right?
I want you to go too, Cade.
Why?
I am your self-appointed accountability partner, and I want you to be mine as well.
You're my what?
Self-appointed accountability partner. Plus, if you don't come with us and we start doing this community service for hours, our hours won't match up. And I want to stay here as long as you.
I don't care about hours.
Well, I hate to tell you, but here's the deal. I'll report.
They gave us 2,000 hours of community service. There's no way we're gonna finish that. They put us here to die.
It was 20,000.
It was 20,000.
Much it worse.
But no. That's where you misunderstand. Because as far as I can tell, how long we been here?
30 minutes.
We've been serving the community for 30 minutes. Then.
No, we talked to the sheriff for 2.
No.
We went to the bar for 15.
No.
No.
What we did what we did, just so we're clear on how this will be reported. What we did was we assessed the needs of the people. We spoke with the locals and found out what it is that they needed to get done, and then we spent a little bit of time preparing to do those things. From my side of things, that all counts toward serving the community. We weren't doing anything anti-service or anti the community or anything like that. So as far as I can tell,
I can see how you cheated old women out of money. You like to talk a lot.
I'm going to be sending in a daily report.
Yeah.
For everything we do.
You let me handle that, Arthur. No worries.
I will not, sir. We can both do it.
Oh,
you do yours, and I'll do mine, and then they can see how much they match up.
All right. Well,
and they know we won't be lying, because if you don't see mine and I don't see yours, and they look at them, there's no way we can lie. I like it. We'll both do it.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a question then, if that's the case.
And my memory's pretty good as well.
Sure, fine. But my question is, did you count everything we've done up to this point as community service?
It's not my job to count it. I'm going to recall everything that we have done since we showed up here, and send it to them. I'll let them count my hours. They'll let me know when we're done.
Oh grief. Okay. All right. Well, then I won't bother because it's not gonna matter what I say at that point. Then I won't bother. That's fine. Because if you're not gonna tally your hours and you're gonna expect the Empire to be honest, because unfortunately for you, not everyone is as honest as you are, my friend. So if you're expecting other people to be as radically honest, we're gonna be here a while, which is fine by me.
It's not radically honest. It's just honest.
I appreciate the sentiment, but it is radical honesty because there are situations where people expect you to lie. There are social situations where people expect you to lie. Like, for example, if a girl asks you, "Does this dress make me look fat?" You're expected to lie. You're not expected to tell the truth. Even if it does, you're expected to say no. It's just how it is.
If they don't want the truth, they shouldn't ask the question.
Then I appreciate that perspective, but it's not how society moves. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not how society moves, and that's fine. You can write the report, and they'll tell us that
I'm not gonna write it. I'm gonna send it to them.
Okay.
Through video.
You do whatever you need to do. Just make sure when you're sending video, you cut out these bits. This trailer, not relevant. This trailer is a space where we can say what we need to say, air our grievances, and we step out the door. Okay, fine. Cameras on. Let's roll. No worries. But
this is what I'll do. I plan on sending everything 24/7 to them. If you tell me that we're not going to count these hours towards community service, I won't send them.
All right. Anything in this trailer we don't count.
Understood.
We're not trying to count because, yeah, I need a space where the cameras are off. Thank you. So yeah, anything in this trailer we're not going to count. No worries.
Perfect.
All right. So your idea then, Cade, if I had to guess, is to snatch these people up and send them to jail?
I don't think there is a jail.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't ask.
We bring him to Slade and get our money. That's it.
Okay. So I have a question.
Plan.
What do you need to buy that you need money so bad?
Buy is a relative term. More of have an insatiable desire to want money. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, let me let you in on a little secret that those who have the most social influence in a society, in a community, often find themselves with the same amount of influence or more as people with a lot of money without that money. They happen upon money. So here's the deal: we can bring them to the sheriff, but I want to bring them. I want to try to bring them to the sheriff as reformed citizens of Shitty Shores. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So we can try it, and then if they don't want to come, knock them out, bring them to. If they don't listen to my plan and they're not willing to understand what's going on because they're just not willing, then yeah, knock them out, bring them to the sheriff, and the sheriff can do what he wants. But we tried, and putting forth the effort to do a good thing is way better than not trying at all and always doing the easy thing. Isn't that right, Arthur?
How do you plan on knocking them out?
I was hoping that was your specialty.
I don't plan on hitting anybody.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what you're saying. Yeah.
Why do you carry your weapons?
Well, that's
Told you.
easy in case he's forced to hit somebody. All right. So we need to head out to Sunshine Circle. That's where we need to go next.
Y'all go do your thing.
No, you're coming too. Like, don't
Please?
misunderstand.
I don't have to come. Do I? Who
Yes.
says I do? You?
Well,
I don't trust you.
I want you to come.
right.
Well, I appreciate that, Arthur, but I'll go back to the bar and chill, and I'll go talk. And I'll find out what happens later.
What about your community service hours? You're not going to get jotted down for this.
Fuck community service hours. They left us here to die.
I don't know that that's true, but I understand why you feel that way. I think this plan goes better if you're there.
Why? Still haven't answered that question.
Why? Because you seem to be the one who wants to take him in, who's not afraid.
Also, accountability.
Oh, I was just gonna let y'all do y'all's thing first, and if that doesn't work, then we can go.
Well, no. I don't know if you've been in a situation where you have to go to Plan B. You typically don't have the time to go back and rally the troops. Plan B gets executed as soon as Plan A fails. So I'm happy to try mine first, and then if it fails, then absolutely 100%, we will go back to we'll go to your Plan B.
Let's stop talking about it and go then.
All right, let's go.
You're gonna go with us?
I guess so.
Good.
Woohoo! You want another piece of candy?
Sure.
What kind?
You got a Jolly Rancher?
I do. What flavor?
Red.
Got it.
All right. Awesome. Now that we're all on the same page in the same book, writing the same story, remember, boys.
Well, no, we're not on the same page. Let's get that straight. We're not on the same page.
Remember, boys. Cameras on when we leave this door. Look alive. Rick's before they leave is going to change into.
The cameras are always on. They're
well,
just not being recorded.
Not in
While
here.
they're-
Not in here. While this is going on, Rick's is going to change into a more suitable attire for Sandy Shores. He's going to bust out the little beekeeper hat, a pair of khaki shorts, and a polo. So that's the way he's moving, right? He's gonna get out of the sweater vest and the khakis and the dress shoes and go more appropriate to the place. So there we go. All right, cool. Now that's done. Cameras on, boys. Look alive.
Okay.
And as soon as we shut the door to the trailer, Rix makes a point to look directly at Arthur and say, "This place is quite nice. I quite like Sandy Shores, and this is a wonderful place, and I think we'll do a lot of good here. Don't you?"
I think you finally got the name right. It was getting kind of weird you calling it, and then Arthur will say Crappy Shores.
I'm gonna walk past and be like, "This place is a shithole."
I love this party so much.
I'm so glad you got the name right this time. He won't even say Shitty Shore.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, Rix is gonna ignore that
Yeah.
and let
What I can do is I can say, "I'm glad you got the name right," and then audio playback his voice saying the bad word.
it wasn't recorded. We were in the trailer.
Always recorded. That's just not getting reported.
Oh, sweet gravy. All right. Clearly, clearly we need to have a further conversation. All right. Cool. No worries. That's fine. We'll deal with that later. That's fine. All right. Cool. So we're going to Sunshine Circle.
I'll take it, unless you want it.
Hey,
Oh, no,
sit
go
back.
ahead.
Sit back, Conrad. What have you done all game? You better find some more pictures, Jim.
As you make your way towards Sunshine Circle suburb, with your first observations of the Sunshine, that's a hard word to say, Sunshine Circle suburb. What are you doing? Stop! Sorry, he's being mean. Of the Sunshine Circle suburb, you notice how much nicer the trailers there are than yours. Though that really isn't saying much. The 10 trailers there are a bit more spacious, but mostly look rusted and old, as if they've been there for some time without remodel. You can see some residents outside of the trailers sitting down in folding chairs and chatting. The trailers themselves are about 75 to 80 feet long and 15 to 20 feet wide. Welcome to Sunshine Circle suburb.
All right. Before you guys get real close, you can hear the activity and the hooting and hollering of the residents of Sunshine Circle, and they sound rather excited.
All right.
All right.
In the hold my beer while I jump over this fire without pants on kind of way.
Okay. That's okay. That is much more explanatory.
Do that kind of stuff in high school.
Let's go.
What is your method of approach here?
So let me ask a question that will determine my method of approach in the way that I want to. Are they like gathered around in a circle watching people do hold my beer type stuff, or is there just a general ruckus? What's the
There's not really one group of them. From what you can see, like the few people you see here or there, at most there's like 3 of them hanging out together.
Okay.
And they're just kind of sitting on the porch having a good old time.
All right, so there's just the general atmosphere of ruckus.
Yeah.
In the place.
So there's like 3 of them throwing like rusted saw blades nailed to boards, like makeshift axes at old tires. And they're just bouncing off and going crazy.
They might be like swinging at each other for fun, you know. Just goofing around.
Just goofing. Okay.
Never mind.
Just playing a little tetanus toss.
So As we're approaching the place, I look at Arthur and go, I don't know if your straightforward approach is gonna get much done here. Do you mind not?
Sorry, not what?
Walking up and going, hey, we're looking for them kids selling drugs. That one. Don't pull that card, please. That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just as a note to the gyms, I know that he's gonna find some kind of way to say that without saying that in about 30 seconds. So I'm aware that there's some loophole here that I didn't cover. All right. That being said, did we get a description from Slate Flame of the ruffians or no?
These we
know
just
who
said
we're
they
looking for?
all live in the Sunshine Circle.
Okay.
All these trailers are apparently part of Sunshine Circle suburb. You can tell that they're all. Let's see. Is it appropriate to read this now? Dino, you've been wanting to jump on these. You want to take this?
I'll do it. Yeah. I need to send you
Okay.
something.
Now that you're getting a little bit closer, you're looking at them.
All right.
Okay. These civilians are dressed in black and purple, wearing bandanas around their faces, and they look like they don't take too kindly to strangers. Their movements seem sporadic and random, often yelling and screaming at each other. They seem juiced and ready to fight. You can see on the ground a dead body of a human male dressed in their clothes, seemingly just lost in a fight to another one of the gang.
Like talking to these guys.
What is the what's it called? The level of law in these parts?
Oh, security level 1.
So no law at all.
Well, that
The
means
official
something.
security level of this region is 1.
Unprovoked murder and wanton. What the frick does that mean?
Wanton destruction.
Careless
Okay,
destruction
forever.
without.
Okay. Local figure sheriff. Gotcha. You can't just murder somebody, and you can't just break people's property.
That's right. Just murdering somebody because and firing rockets into their trailers. That is the edge of the law right here.
You gotta get it.
Dial it back from that, and you're probably good.
Cool.
All right. So, what I'm gonna try and do is hang back, kind of blend in, see about like finding out why they got into a fight with this guy, who these people are with the purple, see what their general vibe is, and then we go from there based on what's what.
Okay. What's the range on your sight?
The range on my sight, I believe. 1 second.
Well, I guess first question: are you using it?
Yes, always.
Let's assume like half an hour between here and the bar. So you cast what? 2 subtle charms.
2 subtle charms. That's 2 mana apiece. And then one sight. That's 5 total mana gone. Or no, 2 sights because I used the one on Seth specifically.
All right, and subtle cost mana.
Just as a note, fellas, I don't know if this matters or if it will matter, but I have enhanced vision, which means I can see in thermal vision up to 60 feet, night vision up to 100 feet, and ultraviolet vision up to 20 feet. So, I don't know if that does anything here, but there you go.
How much does subtle cost? Let me. Oh, 1 mana. Okay. So that is one more, and then it's been half an hour, so I gained back 3. So I am here right now. All right, cool. No need to really be subtle on this particular cast of sight because nobody's really paying attention to us.
Not yet, anyway.
So I will use my sight and then also attempt a blend in, which is 5 dice. No, 6 dice. Got it. Cool.
All right. Tell me how this blending in goes. What are you doing?
Not very well because I didn't do so hot. But the idea is to walk near the groups of people without like drawing a whole bunch of attention. So it's less like treat me like one of the people and more like don't notice me at all. Don't
That would be a stealth roll, my friend.
That's what I was gonna do.
All right.
I'm happy to do it, but I'm happy to do it if you'd rather me try stealth as opposed to.
Well, you were explaining something. Well, finish your thought before.
It's less like I'm trying to not be seen and more like I'm trying not to draw attention to myself. So that's why I drew the distinction of blending in versus strict stealth, because I don't care if they see me, but I do care if they're like hard. But I do care if they're like hard, making a big deal about me being there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, who else? You were trying to blend in. Arthur, what are you doing?
I think I want to walk up to that dead person, make sure he's okay.
You just walk up in the middle of these guys?
Yeah.
Sweet gravy.
Okay, well, as much blending in as you try and do, Arthur walks up like RoboCop, checks the guy laying on the ground.
Yep.
Edison, are you in need? Do you need medical attention?
You have medicine? Roll wits and medicine to see how this guy's doing. What about you, Cade?
I was just doing the exact opposite of everyone and hiding behind buildings, trying not to gather attention.
Roll stealth. Dex and stealth.
4.
Yep.
Yeah, he's alive. He's unconscious.
6.
Kato disappears.
Is there any actual like wound
That's
I see?
That's 6 successes on 6 dice. I don't know
Yeah.
what that gets me, but I'm pointing that out.
He's got like half a dozen scrapes.
I'll-
Let's see. You have a diagnostics monitor. Are you using your monitor?
Of course I am.
You can tell he's been mixing alcohol and drugs. And that more than anything has him out. As far as wounds, he's got like half a dozen to a dozen scrapes. Doesn't look like anything too severe.
Okay. All right, so he'll be fine with some water then. I'll
Alcohol, drugs. You just need water.
I'm guessing that's what's going on. I don't know. Four
Just a bottle
successes.
of water.
4 successes. Anything else? Like, will water just help? Will time help this? Do I need to like medicated bandage? That'll help. Like,
No, he's just scraped and bruised. He's
Okay,
just passed
yeah,
out in the
yeah.
yard from
Alright, cool.
too much drugs and alcohol and jackassing about with his friends.
all right. I'll Anybody looking at me? Watching me do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're all pretty much like, who the fuck are you?
I'll look to
You
one of them
seem
and be like,
to have gotten everybody's attention from all over the yard. Let's transition maps.
Sunny
map.
Beach, bruh.
I'm gonna be, I don't know, right where? Here? Yeah.
You're fucking massive.
Yeah, right about there.
Cool.
And
I'll,
everybody comes walking up. Two individuals come walking straight up to you. You see the others kind of gathering.
Yeah, I'll look to those guys and be like, don't worry, guys. He's fine. He's just had too much alcohol and drugs. He'll,
Kato over here hiding.
Yeah, I kind of want to be like right there.
No real medical attention needed.
All right, Rix.
All right. So as I see that my socially adept friend Arthur is getting involved in a verbal exchange, I'm going to mosey this direction and see if I need to interject myself.
Yeah, well, one of these trailer park bros comes walking up, tosses his drink as far as he can. It crashes, broken glass. He says, "Well, if it isn't a Tin Man, look at you! Beep, boop, beep."
Arthur just smiles. My name's Arthur. It's a pleasure.
Wonder how much they'll buy his arms for.
They look kind of scrawny. What's wrong with you, Tin Man? You don't lift?
I do, but I'm not even sure that's how that works.
I could bench him easy.
I know, right? Hey, get the weights. Hey, Jake, get the weights.
Right.
Why are you so concerned with our friend? He lost a game of rock, paper, scissors.
He did?
Mr. Sleepykins down there.
Okay. He just looked unconscious, and I was just making sure he was, okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
It's hot out here, and dehydration is a big risk.
Yeah, you sure know a lot, Mr. Tin Man. He gonna poke you with his little Tourette stick. What? Not Tourette stick. What's the?
It's Tourette stick.
What's the disease you get for stepping on a rusted nail? Lockjaw.
Tetanus?
Tetanus. He pokes you with a little tetanus stick.
Oh, yeah.
He pokes me?
Like nudges you.
Yeah. I know a fair bit.
Tin Man says it's hot.
Oh.
Did an app tell you that, Tin Man, that it's hot here in Sandy Shores?
No. Just feel it.
You feel the heat.
All right.
Don't you?
They pretend.
What kind of programming they put in these things these days?
Make them think they're real. It's gonna be a lot of fun taking him apart.
Oh my! His head's gonna look good on my wall. Better than that sandworm, anyway.
What are Rix and Kata doing?
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, as the tensions are running, kind of high, Rix is going to step in and go, gentlemen, I think we've gotten off on the right side of the tracks, so to speak, and let's move back.
Look at that rat!
Let's move back toward the business at hand. We've just come to
Just got a big
do
old
some
smile
offer a trade, as it were. We need some of what you're purported to be selling. We need some of those illicit substances. I don't know. There doesn't sound to be any lawman out here, but you can never be too careful.
I'll say the exact medical. Does the diagnostic thing tell me what's in the system? Like, would it give me the actual term?
Oh, let's see. Well, what did you get? You got four successes. Yeah, alcohol and a drug known as Strongback.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I think what Rix is talking about is Strongback. That's the name of the drug, Rix. It's Strongback.
Y'all use?
I love you, Tin Man.
Love you, Tin Man.
Why else would we be here if we weren't looking for some Strongback?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, real quick. Can I get the sense that these little things right here are where they make the drugs? That's what I'm looking for.
It looks like a water tower and a car.
Okay, just making sure. That's what I'm gonna be looking for, is where they make the drugs.
Oh, you might need to look inside the houses. Do you have a drug site?
Drug site, no.
This is stealth roll and a perception roll. And maybe medicine is a drug to know that's what they're making?
Well, you want me to roll 3 times?
Nah.
And I don't got medicine, but I'll look and see. Like I kind of figure what drug stuff looks like, so I'm gonna try to find that stuff.
Yeah, just do stealth and perception after.
Stealth.
Dex and stealth and int and perception.
Int and perception. Okay, Dex and stealth first. Oh, hold on. I still got a shitty mouse, so bear with me.
He says, how much you looking to buy?
And perception is
Enough to put the Tin Man on the floor.
yeah, I got 2.
Seems like these guys know how to party.
I don't see a reason why we should transact this all out in the open, though. Can we go somewhere a little bit more private?
Oh, shoot. You're in Sunshine Circle suburb, my friend. This is private.
All right.
He reaches in his pocket and pulls out some white powder. Here you go, Tin Man. You want to try some?
No, thank you.
Didn't You just say you wanted some.
I didn't. I said Rick's wanted some.
Well, he said you wanted some, so somebody had better try it.
No, he didn't. He said he wanted enough to knock me out. That's not saying I wanted some.
Well,
I can see the confusion, though.
I've got other plans for that particular substance. Don't get high on your own supply, as it were.
The guy snorts it immediately since you guys don't want it.
Look, here's the situation that we find ourselves. You guys clearly like getting
Ooh.
rowdy and having a fantastic brawl. And I've got some people back in old Sandy Shores that could use somebody who is ready for a fight. And I've got a proposition, and that proposition involves you going to work. I can pay you. Are you guys, or do you know anybody around here who would in fact be prepared to go to work in Sandy Shores?
We are working. Why do you think we're making the strong back?
No. I mean a more, shall we say, a job that puts you face to face with the community, gets you more direct access to clientele in a more respectable sort of way. I'm not saying.
Hold on, is he saying that people around here don't respect us?
I think he's shit talking us.
Oh, Billy's not gonna like hearing that. Jake, go get Billy.
Yes, bring me Billy. Bring Billy,
Well,
please.
What was his name again? Billy what? I'm asking the GMs what his name was.
Billy.
All we know right now is Billy.
I thought that the sheriff gave his name to us.
Billy Bath Salts.
Billy Bath Salts. That's what it was. Yeah.
He did. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Loving these names.
Yeah.
He's got Billy. Billy's here.
All right.
Need something.
Take a step towards Billy. Hello, Billy Bath Salts. My name is Arthur.
One of my boys telling me you talking shit about us.
He says that people don't respect us, Billy.
Oh, we get respect. We'll get even more when we get the filth like you guys out of our town.
This a town? We don't plan on going anywhere. We're here to help clean this place up.
Pardon?
I'm gonna subtle cast charm on Billy because we're turning this super sideways already. Ooh boy. It's okay. We need Billy's help in understanding life, and Arthur saying things like we're here to do good. It's not the way. I can't let that.
Gems, do y'all think it's hot enough for me to pop some popcorn in the sand?
What the frick?
Maybe.
I'm gonna submit.
Aren't you a
I
fire
told you I was
mage?
gonna. Yeah, but I'm not gonna cast it now. There are fucking 7 people around here.
What is it? Okay, so
I'm a little bit surrounded, guys.
Oh yeah, you are.
You are surrounded.
I hear you.
Do I feel threatened? Like, are these guys moving in on me, reaching for weapons and such?
Well, they already had several instruments of game.
Yeah.
Tetanus sticks.
Well, what's
other
the
than
role?
that-
What's the role to read into that?
It looks like they're getting ready to whoop your ass.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So I hit Billy with a hot charm. At a 5 success. All right, cool. And then I'm going to accompany that particular role with the following words and general atmosphere, I guess would be the appropriate word. 1 second. All right, so I am going to attempt to negotiate what we need from Billy, and offer him something in exchange. What I'm going to get across is I'm not saying that you're not respected. What I'm saying is there's a better respect that doesn't include fear. I have no doubt that you're feared. But there is a better kind of respect that doesn't include fear, and I'm willing to offer you an opportunity to gain some of that. I'm not saying long term. I'm just saying right now for the immediate future, I need your services in Sandy Shores to run security for the old bar because he's a friend, and it seems to me that the community respects that place, and they deserve a place they can feel safe. But at least for the foreseeable future, at least for a little bit, I would like you guys to go provide security over there, if you would, please. And with my charm,
I've been doing a lot of talking as well, in the talks of like cleaning the place up and being nice and such. Could I throw an alter emotions roll out here?
He was charmed. The charm was successful.
To the group, like whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Am I able to do that?
You want to roll because you've been talking about cleaning up the town and you think that makes them happy?
And I'm not here for any trouble. I'm here to do good things, right? I came in here to check on their friend. I'm not in here to beat anybody up or to cause any fights. I want them to calm down, not attack me. We don't think that's gonna work?
Well, it depends on how much you focus on cleaning up the town.
Got it. Well,
all right.
Billy, what are these guys talking about? The dive doesn't need any protection.
I am at least listening.
I'm gonna give you the negotiation role as well, just because we're here. You guys aren't much for watching the news, are you?
Nah. We make our own fun.
I respect that, and listen, another day, another time, I might come throw some rusty saw blades at tires with you. No worries. I'm not as opposed to such substances and methods of fun as my big friend here. But the news leads me to believe, and talking to some people in the town lead me to believe that the bar does need some security. Now, I don't know how well you know Gilly. How well do you know Gilgrim? You know him pretty well?
Where else would we get our beer?
Fair enough. Well, then you know, as well as I know, that he's kind of, shall we say, a pussy. And he's not going to come out here and ask you guys to do anything for him. He doesn't feel like he can, and all kinds of other fun stuff. And I made a decision of my own, because like you, I'm my own man. There's nobody run me around. But I made a decision based on a news story about some dead bodies that were found outside the Dusty Dive, that our friend might need some security. Because as you know, as a general pussy, he doesn't want to get into a bunch of drama. So, that being said, I couldn't think of any more well-suited people than you to do that. Now, I know that's outside of your wheelhouse, and that's not normally the work you do, and I respect that. But it's going to put you in a place within the community over there of respect, and not out of fear, but out of shall we say love, maybe. And that they might like some security, and then if you happen to just so sell some strong back out the back door, I'm not gonna say anything. Who cares?
Seems like a win-win, boys. I don't know. Getting paid by Gilgrim and making a bit of dosh on the side?
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll be getting paid by me.
Oh.
Yeah. I've come to. My friend here puts it as clean this place up. And that's one way to put it. But I prefer make a new name. So it's time that people started respecting the Rim. And we've got to make a respectable place to do it. So you let me sort out the details, but I just need to know that you're on board, and it's gonna work out. I need to know you're on board. I'll go sort out the details with the concerned parties. I'll let our friend know that he has security on the way, and we'll move this dog and pony show down the road, huh?
Just watching my money fly away.
You know what, Rix? I quite like that idea. He approaches Rix, lifts him up in the air, kind of tosses him up and around a bit, sets him down, moves back. Just so he trusts you.
Billy, you and I are going to be fast friends, I promise. You and I, we've got some work to do yet, but it'll be different. It's not fair that you boys are relegated to trailers out in the suburbs. I want you to have nice houses wherever you want. I want you guys to come up in the world.
Huh. Well, boys.
All right. So on that note, he'll reach out to shake Billy's hand as a show of respect, and he will motion to Arthur that they need to head on back to Sandy Shores to go talk to the sheriff about what needs doing.
Can't believe that worked.
Okay. Well,
All right.
for now, the people living in the trailers of Sunshine Circle suburb agree with what you have to say, and are you bringing them? You bringing them back to town with you, or are you going to be in touch?
I think the idea is that rather quickly we're going to go sort it out with the sheriff, and then go grab them. As a matter of right now, we're going to do. We're going to go talk to the sheriff, make sure that he doesn't start in on the. Well, you guys need to go to jail. No, I don't need you to start in on all that. So I got to make sure that
How long
that's.
did the spell last?
I've got an hour.
3.
Is it 3? I thought it was only I thought it was only for the scene, but I might be wrong. Hey, that works out better for me. That works out better for me. But that's the idea, is that I want to go back to I want to go back to the sheriff, make sure that he doesn't start in on the whole, well, you guys need to go straight to jail, do not pass go, do not collect all that other hullabaloo. I don't need that in my life. And oh, it is neat. All right, cool. I've got time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go sort out the sheriff, make sure he's on board. He understand, not on board. I don't need him to. I don't need him to like it. I just need him to understand that what's about to happen is about to happen. And I need to make sure that gets me credit with dealing with. That gets me credit for turning them in, because we're going to keep an eye on these folks. That's gonna be how I phrase it. It's gonna be phrased in a way of they're turned in, they're keeping the peace, and they're not ruining your business at all. In fact, they have a respectable job, and so on and such forth. And I'll do my part to make sure they in fact maintain the peace. And if things change, then our course of action changes, and I bring them straight to you, and you can do what you want. But that's my approach to that particular that's my approach to that situation. And then I got to make sure that nets us some credits, so that I can go back to them, drop them off at Gilly, get them their first little bit of pay, and then spread that out over the next couple of days to sort that out. That's my approach to what's going on.
All right. So you're heading back to the sheriff?
Yeah. If anybody has an opposition to that, walking back to the sheriff would be the time to tell me that, because we're not in the public view of a bunch of eyes, and you're not gonna countervene my plan in front of the sheriff. Because if you're gonna countervene my plan, you might as well do it now if you disagree with some aspect of it, so we can talk about it.
These guys gonna let me leave?
Yeah.
Maybe not without sharing some hooch and tossing some tennis sticks around.
I'll throw a few tetanus sticks. That's fine.
I've made it to this building, right?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you've made it to any building you want to made it to.
And I've had like plenty of time to like look around the place, like sneak in, look around the place. They have like a specific like recipes they go off of. Like I just trying to look for information that I can take.
You say recipes?
Yeah, like a cookbook, or something. Like they can't, like they don't seem all that bright. So I don't imagine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. They're not too bright. They've got a book set up. It's got all the. It tells them how to make everything they need to make.
Holy crikey! What? Why do I even try? If we're just gonna steal their cookbook, why do I even try?
All right. If that's what you want, you can make it out of there with their cookbook.
Yeah.
This game just becomes Breaking Bad.
There's also a few boxes of drugs that they have already all made up, ready to distribute.
I'll keep
A
that in
few
mind.
pounds. Or a few dozen pounds? I don't know. 20 pounds? Maybe like 20 pounds.
Right, they have an assorted amount of drugs. I get it.
Okay. So we're leaving.
Yep.
And then Rix is leaving the party behind and going to talk to the sheriff by himself? Question mark?
That depends on the walk back because I'm going to outline my plan to the squad, and I'm going to get a sense of whether they are going to sabotage my shit or they co-sign this plan and are willing to go stand with me with the sheriff and like make a point to like co-sign it as more than just me. So I outline my goals to the party and they say what they say. So what say you about my plan, party?
You took the money. I hate you for it.
Do what? You don't worry. We'll have plenty of time to make plenty of money. You don't worry about this little paltry sum.
Who are they selling the strong back to? I wonder.
I ain't gonna make any more.
Excuse me? They're gonna make plenty.
Yeah, I can tell you something. Didn't seem very good.
You sound like you're 35 miles away from the mic.
Yep. You do sound pretty far away from the.
They didn't seem very bright. Oh, that they were making.
Matt, you sound very far away from the mic, like you're talking through a walkie-talkie.
Hello, can y'all hear me now?
Stick it in your mouth.
Can y'all hear me now? Is that better?
That's way better.
Yeah.
That's way better.
I said they don't seem very bright, so they're probably not going to make any more.
Okay, I mean, better for us that they turn an honest work.
I
mean,
agree.
You said,
What were
you
you doing
said
while we were talking
yourself.
to them?
I was looking around.
In their
Found something I
homes?
needed to go. I didn't snoop. Well, I snooped one building, but
Listen, Kate. All I'm saying is, if I'm trying to make friends, it's probably counterintuitive for you to be snooping. Like, if you're gonna do that, I don't mind building a distraction around it, but
oh, you served as a great distraction. All of them were in together. You could have just given me a signal, and they could have blown them all up. But hey, to each their own.
but
And I
we're
don't
not-
think you're making friends. I think you're trying to make a power vacuum to control this town, which I don't know why. It's a shithole, but do what you want.
I want to clean this place up.
I agree. I agree. A clean, respectable place. Shady Shores could be a resort destination on the rim.
No one's coming to this shithole.
Oh, but they will.
What are you gonna open a casino?
Maybe. That's what the
You're
people
gonna call it
want.
loot. You're gonna call it Sandy Vegas.
No, that's absurd. That-
All I see around us is desert.
Yeah, that's called potential.
It's called sand.
Right.
No one likes sand. It gets everywhere.
And I say it's empty space that deserves to be
What
renovated.
were they mining? It's all just sand.
We haven't really
Like
talked
what?
about that, did we? But Arthur, do you have any issue with me going to tell the sheriff that we're going to keep an eye on these boys back in town, and that should count toward our bringing them in, and he should pay us for our efforts, and then turning around and giving that money to them for an honest day's work, and splitting that up over a couple 10 days to buy us some time to.
What did the sheriff want exactly?
He said
The exact opposite of what this man just did.
no. What he said
No.
was,
What he said was, bring him in, and he'll pay us. And this man said, I'm going to charm the leader and make him my friend. And
hold on,
make
didn't nobody
body
say
parts.
nothing about no charm?
Right, he did say that. He said he would pay us money for every person we brought in knocked out, and extra money for the leader. That's right.
Right, and extra money for if they come in conscious, which, for my estimation,
what did you do?
we brought him in.
No, we didn't.
We brought
Are
them
we
in.
carrying them behind us?
We brought
Are
them
they
in,
behind us? Did I not see them? Are they behind us?
We brought them in under
Are they-
his.
No.
I
Are
can
they
go-
behind us right now?
I can go get them right now, but I need to make sure that the sheriff doesn't pull an Arthur and start going in off script.
I never go off script.
Ripped. This isn't a television show, sir. This is reality.
I would like
They're
to
not
remind you
behind
there's a
us, we're not
camera
putting
right
tape.
here. There's nothing real about it.
Those are his eyeballs. He's a cyborg. They record things.
Right. So there's nothing.
Sorry, Arthur. I don't mean to offend you.
There's the
You're
camera.
a nice guy.
There's
You
the
think you
camera
care.
always on. There's nothing
You
real
want another
about
one?
it. All right. So, Arthur, are we on the same page that that's what we're gonna do, and that's what needs to happen?
Yes.
Why you keep asking him? This man's gullible as hell. No
Let's
offense.
do it.
All right,
Hold up. Wait.
cool.
One second. I got messages. The sheriff wanted them unconscious.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do some convincing. It's no problem.
Yeah. Hope you got more magic, because I've been. What you do? Spend it like crazy.
Unconscious or beat up.
All right. That's fine. But both of those, either of those, could theoretically happen, but aren't going to be necessary by the time we talk to him. No worries.
Okay.
All right. I just need to go talk to him. All right. So we're gonna go talk to the sheriff.
All of them.
I don't have an issue with
Okay.
everybody coming if we're all on the same page. If you disagree with this plan in any fashion and plan on trying to sabotage with the truth, please be elsewhere.
Even if I was gonna do that, I wouldn't be elsewhere because how could I tell the truth? But
Sabotage with the truth.
So basically, what Zach's saying is, if you interfere with my plans, tell me now.
Right. And I'm willing to work if there's any part of this we disagree with that's untruthful, that if there's any part of this that we disagree with, if we disagree with the goals,
Oh, I disagree, but apparently there's no stopping you.
why do you
So-
disagree?
Because you stole my money.
I didn't though. We don't
You
have any
did.
money. I'm trying to get us some money to handle
We
a
could
bigger,
have.
handle a bigger
The big guy
problem.
could have just punched a couple of them, and I could have just turned into something and punched the rest.
Yeah, it's not
You
that
should have known the money swindler was going to be swindling your money.
All right. So
Next thing you know, Rick is in cahoots with these guys. He's already worked out a deal.
He's already got a master plan in his head. He's 10 steps ahead of everyone.
that's the goal.
Okay, the sheriff has a his house or whatever the building he operates out of is clearly marked, so you have a pretty good idea of where to find him.
All right.
And if he's not there, you imagine he's probably at the dive.
All right, cool. Is he there?
He is in the sheriff's building.
All right, cool.
Okay, you come walking in. This is a pretty simple building for, well, I'd say for sandy shores, but any place is simple here. This place even more so. It kind of lacks doors, and it looks like it's just a large concrete-ish building that houses a bunch of jail cells. The building itself is not overly large. To call it something like a police station or anything, or give it anything like a reception area would be generous. He seems to have like a small table, 2 people might play cards on, and a chair as you walk in, and he's taking a pull off a bottle.
All right.
All the cells at this moment are empty. He stands up. Did you get him?
Yeah, they're definitely on our side on this one. I need to clarify one piece of information.
Hold on, what? On our side or what?
Right. That's the part I want to clarify. No worries. So here's what I understood you say. And you can tell me how close I am to your actual goal, because you talked about methods. You talked about how you wanted it to happen. But I think I understood the whole goal is you wanted them to stop moving that strong back and encroaching on your business endeavors, as it were. So I have an alternative solution that doesn't get anybody hurt, moves them closer into your watchful eye, and make sure that they are not motivated to sell strong back moving forward. Now, if I'm misinterpreting your goals and you just wanted to see somebody get hurt, okay.
Hold on now. How long have you been here?
2 years.
Long enough.
Oh, you've been here long enough. 1, to think that you understand everything that's going on here in Sandy Shores. And
No.
2, long enough to completely mince up the words and fuck up everything that I told you to do.
Thank you. Someone finally says it.
I told you I had some brigands that needed to be roughed up and brought in.
Right. And I'm gonna bring them to you. No worries. They're gonna be
But you haven't.
they're gonna be at the dive, they're gonna be working. No worries.
So you gave them jobs at the bar instead of cracking some skulls and dragging them in to a jail cell.
No, I think you'll agree with me that this serves your
Is there
interest.
anyone among you that speaks English?
I speak English, and I speak other languages as well.
What happened, big guy? You didn't think you could take them?
What do you mean?
Well, I know they can look scary.
I've seen worse.
I didn't plan on going there and hurting anybody.
I needed you to knock them out and drag them back in.
For what
Why
reason?
are you giving them jobs at the bar?
That's what I'm asking.
Hell, what are you even paying them to do?
Security.
For a bar that everyone goes to and has no problem drinking.
You know, to keep from the bodies showing up again. You know, that one. And listen, if I misunderstood the underlying context of what you were saying, and you're speaking in plain English, and you just want to see people get hurt, then I guess you're not the You're not
you
the
totally
entrepreneurial person, the entrepreneurial person that I thought you were, and you don't understand. You don't understand bigger pictures, and that's fine. We can sort out exactly what it is that you want in some other way. What I'm saying is there's a more mutually beneficial way. And listen, if they fuck this up and don't run a tight security and start causing more trouble, then we knock them out and we bring them your way, and you end up getting what you want anyway. What I'm saying is that's what needs to happen right now, because I think the enemy that we're watching is better than the enemy that's knocked out temporarily. Because let's face it, they're not going to stay knocked out forever.
Mister, no one was talking about enemies, and you talk so many damn circles, it's hard to imagine you say anything at all. How exactly do you expect Gilgrim to pay these idiots to run security in a place that doesn't need it?
Well,
He's about to lose that building as is, just to taxes.
I seem to remember you promised us some money if these folks get brought in, and I'm gonna bring them to you. No worries. Fully conscious. I'm gonna bring them to you, show them to you, and they're gonna walk out of here. They're going to walk out of here and go to work. But I'm gonna bring them to you just to show you that we did it, and then how they get paid is my business.
Well, they're not going to work. They're going to jail, son. That's what I said. I need to lock them up. I need you to beat them up and bring them in so I can lock them up.
I'm pretty sure they'll show up eventually.
We're not running some sort of work program.
Maybe we should be. Second chances are all the rave nowadays. What are these guys doing?
All right, I'm going to subtle cast Persuade.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna get killed. We're gonna persuade and charm every NPC there is. And in 1 hour, all of them are gonna flipping murder us. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna subtle cast Persuade.
He was like, I didn't want to have to fight the town.
Well,
Let's see. What's your inspiration? 3?
Inspiration 3, right?
So
Is that in that 8 words?
Well, it's against his resolve.
Okay. How many words do I get?
Spend a will to make him succeed. That'd be really funny.
You get 4 words.
I get 4 words. All right. 4 words. All right. This is what I am going to ask him to do.
Give them jobs.
No,
please.
No, this is real easy. I don't need please. This is a magic. Please is a superfluous word at this point. Let's see.
What? Superfluous?
What
word did you just say?
Superfluous. That's not exactly how you pronounce it, but it means it's extra.
Right, let's go fucking grab an umbrella and float your fucking ass out of here.
All right, cool. All right, so that's the goal is. All right. Pay us. They work. Actually, let's go. Just to be clear, so that they is not so vague. Let's see. Billy. Hold on once. 4 words.
Is it?
Or dealers work. There we go. That's what we're gonna go with. So I am going to give him that command. And I'm going to inform him I will be back with said dealers to set them to work. And I'm going to go pee.
Could have just fought him. Could have got the money. Would have been nice to have the money. But real nice to have the money. It's so nice. So what's happening? Are we, group chatting what's gonna happen?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't even.
I think they're talking about what's happening with where
Does
this
anybody
game.
else have? You guys are going to fetch the dealers.
Yep.
To bring them back. Is that what's going on? To bring them back, to put them in jail.
No. He's going to
Okay.
pay us for them to go to work.
Is that what he said?
That's what I commanded him to do.
What did he say?
I don't know. What did he say? What was the understanding?
He said, yeah, I guess it's about time those boys get paid.
All right. So we have an understanding that I'm going to bring them to you. I'm going to show you them, and then you're going to pay them, and they're going to go to work. Yes?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go round up as many as are coming with me. First, we need to make a stop at the bar. I need to let Gilly know that he has security coming around about that way. And if they give him any trouble, he just talks to me. And I'll sort them out. And then we'll go get them, and then take them to the sheriff, get them their pay. Get them their pay, and then they're gonna go to work. That's the course of action.
All right. How much mana are you looking at now?
I am dead ass out. I have like 2. I am dead ass, full ass, entire ass out.
You used subtle magic for that persuade,
which is one, which cost me 2.
Okay.
So So that's 1 mana, and the total cast cost me 2 because Kate Sith buff. So I have 3 mana out of 14. I don't have shit compared to. I've been throwing I'm throwing it around super willy nilly.
Roll me a spellcraft and stealth, if you would.
Roll you a spellcraft and stealth. Got it.
When I was a young boy,
All right,
my
cool.
father
Cool. Let
me
me
into the city.
spellcraft and stealth. That is 6 dice. 10 again, divide by 10. Bang. All right, cool. That's what I got.
Okay. All right.
Cool. All right, as long as this all checks out, that's what I plan on going to make happen. You're gonna pay us for their thing. We're gonna pay them, and then they'll go to work.
Where'd my music go? Here we go.
It is okay. I guess as we're walking back to the place, you know, Rick, it is crazy. It is impressive that whenever we're in a sticky situation, you're able to turn things around with just some very carefully placed words.
Don't you know that's what I did for a living before I got sent out here?
Is that what you got in trouble for, though?
Less the words, more the actions, friend. It was way less what I said and way more what I did. I could have used my words for good, even back then. I just was short-sighted. I have a journalist friend who's been trying to tell me that for a while yet.
Do you feel like you've been using your words for good since you showed up here?
Like you said, my plan helps everybody. Seems to me that the sheriff just wanted to see them boys get hurt. And that's not the way we operate, is it, Arthur?
I'll go to the bar. Not hurt anybody.
Right.
Not unless it's like if it's unnecessary. I don't want to hurt anybody.
And I don't see a way that hurting them boys was necessary. And I may not agree with the sheriff's approach, but if we can get him to see things our way, then so be it.
It looks like it is. He changed his mind pretty quick.
Good. I'm glad it didn't have to get
Like a flip of the coin or roll the dice. Just changed his mind.
Well, sometimes it takes outlining the whole situation for people to really understand. You got to give some people time, because some people are how do I say stuck in their ways. Only see one course of action. You got to give them an alternative and give them time to really deal with it. And I'm glad he came around quickly, because frankly we don't have all the time in the world. Our friend needs security, and he needs it now.
Alrighty.
Okay. 15-minute walk and talk. You guys make it back to Sunshine. pick up the gang. They'll ride with you back to town. Total of another 30 minutes. You're back at the sheriff's. You've got Billy and 8. How many guys do we have over there? 7 guys. So Billy plus 7.
All right. Cool.
You guys go up to the sheriff's. He's already sitting out at the doorway of his place, just standing there, fiddling with his gun.
Midnight.
He's got a small paper bag, wadded up. It's like in the form of a small package, kind of wad.
All right.
I'm going to be position myself in a way towards the front of the group. So if anything starts to happen between these two people, I can separate the fight and try to hold peace.
All right.
And I will continuously hold my action just in case someone starts to act crazy. I can jump in front and do what I need to do to stop it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. The two groups come to a head.
Yeah, I'll pull my shield out, right? Just pull my shield out. We're good.
Seth says, well, Billy, it's about time you came to talk to me.
Oh, the big bad sheriff.
He's not a sheriff. Like an anti-sheriff.
Listen, I think I know how you feel about me. Feelings mutual. But that last batch you cooked up sold pretty well. So I'm gonna need you to make me up another one, if you don't mind. Seth hands him a package.
All right. Billy will take the package, kind of open it, count it up, close the package, toss it back to one of his lackeys. You got it, boss.
I'm gonna just turn to Rick and just shake my head. I'm good, huh?
I mean, honest to goodness, yeah. We'll talk about this later in the trailer, but none of this is shocking. Ooh, what a shock! The crooked sheriff is crooked. Ooh, boy.
Doesn't seem like you did anything. Just gave those boys jobs.
He still owes me. He still owes me money.
He just gave it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they
They
going
were
to
already
work.
working for him.
Right. They're still going to work at the bar. Says the charm.
Don't know why you want to focus on this bar so much. It's a dirty, sleazy bar that doesn't even have good alcohol.
All right, Seth. So you did your business. Where's ours?
You told me you were going to deliver these boys into jail cells.
I said no such thing, and you know better.
You said just earlier you were going to walk them in, just like I'd asked.
And they were going to leave and go to work. You heard me say that. Don't lie to me. Arthur, don't let him lie to me.
Quick question, if I may interrupt between you and the cat. They already work for you. Why did you want us to throw them in prison?
Because they've been doing some rough business around town. Isn't that right, Billy? Why don't you tell them how you've been treating people?
Well, for starters, we like to throw our tetanus sticks at people who walk by our place.
Billy can't be doing that.
Hey, don't hurt people, Billy. Don't do that.
That's called security. I don't see it. Oh, don't
Rick,
get
Rick,
near my. I
Rick,
agree with Billy on this one.
Rick,
Riding
Rick.
down the street in that rusty car that they have, throwing their tetanus sticks around at people in the early hours of the morning. You call that security?
Purely just defending our property, Sheriff.
Riding down the streets of Sandy Shores is not your property, Billy. Why do I have to keep telling you that?
Huh.
So, what? You were just gonna throw him in prison for a couple hours and slap a hand on the wrist and
You
say,
know,
"Now go make more drugs for me"?
you've played like you understand what's going on around here, way more than you do, Kate. He wanted us to play enforcer. He wanted us to show up for the boss and beat up some people and crack some ribs to from don't cross the boss and all that holla holla. That sounds great, but
I wasn't paying attention to you, Rick.
as
I tuned you out like the
as
moment you opened your mouth.
as far as I understand, they still showed up. We still brought them in. You did what you needed to do. You owe us some money.
All right, little man, bring him in.
Oh, they're
Here's the
in.
threshold.
I don't think this man owes us anything.
Okay.
They work for him. I'm gonna leave. I'm done.
All right.
Kate's gonna leave. That's what he's doing.
This is gonna be more complicated than I had imagined initially, but I made a promise to Gilly, and I intend to keep it. So you guys do what you want, and you have your little drug empire hanging out, and that's fine. But understand, Sheriff, that I don't take kindly to being bamboozled. Arthur, I think it's time for us to go. All right. So, does Arthur follow him back to the trailer? Because that's where Rix would go at this point. Would be back to the trailer.
I'm gonna go to Billy and be like, "You should really stop throwing those sticks at people." Like honestly,
Why do you have a stick?
you haven't seen me use it or throw it at anybody.
But why don't you?
No one's given me a reason to. No one's came at me. All I know is violence is a disease, and you don't cure a disease by spreading it to others.
All right, Tin Can. Follow your little friends.
I've left.
All right. Hey, Arthur.
I walk to the sheriff.
Oh,
You should really be careful who you hang around with.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to get that feeling around your bunch.
Hope I did nothing to offend you.
Well, other than bad business.
I'm sorry. Sorry you feel that way. I didn't mean for you to think it that way.
Well, then just know what's coming. Hidden personal.
What's coming?
Hang around long enough and you'll see.
Sir, are you threatening me?
Especially with that not so fast talking friend of yours. Who likes to say a lot and back out of agreements.
It was a pleasure talking with you, Sheriff. And I'll head to wherever the party is. Guess they're split up, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, where'd Kaida go?
Where'd I go?
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went down an alley and snuck around. I'm waiting for everything to die down. I'm gonna go talk to the sheriff.
I'll go find Rick.
All right.
Rick.
Well, I was headed back to the trailer, so I'm sure I haven't made it that far yet. Hey, Arthur, I have a question. How much sleep do you need?
Not much.
Okay. Do you mind doing me a solid for the night and posting up around that bar and playing security for a little while? I kind of promised Gilly that it would happen, and I don't really want to back out just because the sheriff was being unreasonable, and I'm not the type to be any good at security.
Well, I do believe a person's word is his bond, and you should say what you mean and mean what you say. So, not to make you out to be a liar, I will go and do that for you. But I also think we should go check out that spot where they found those bodies. Those murderers still out there, and they need to be dealt with.
True, and if this town is consistent, the sheriff's the one that did it. So
Let's not throw blame till we have some evidence.
I don't think evidence is gonna matter in this one. But yeah, you're right. We need to get somebody. We need to get somebody some help around here. It didn't quite work out like I wanted. But see, this is what I mean, Arthur. It's not always easy being honest. It's not always. I try to give people an honest day's work and try to work out a solution that's best for everybody. And turns out they were crooked from the start.
It's easy being honest. I would say for you to start being a little more honest. Say less words. It's easier to be truthful whenever you say less words.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know that I believe that.
Start going back and start counting, and I'll rattle off the number of words that I've said, that Cade said, and the words that he said, and I'm sure it like triples everyone's words.
Can I go talk to the sheriff now?
Please show me where I lied. I didn't lie to anybody.
All right.
Can I go talk to the sheriff now?
Yeah. Kaida can go talk to the sheriff.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
You walk up. He's still in his sheriff's office, as it were.
I'm gonna slap the book on the table, slide it forward. I think that belongs to you. I was gonna steal it, and I had this great plan of us finding becoming the next drug dealer here, but you already have the drug dealers working for you, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah, I took it.
Let's take a look at this.
I probably. Well, I probably
you
did.
This is their cookbook. Billy
Yeah,
and his gang.
Yeah, right under the noses. While
Oh.
Dumb and Dumber
Well, son.
over there talking.
2 or 3 of them are gonna blow themselves up trying to figure out the recipe again.
That's kind of funny.
Well, that's what they did the first time too, and the second time once they lost the book the first time.
Well, that's their problem, I suppose. George, now.
Wait a minute. Are you looking for an opportunity?
Always.
Well
The
then,
name of the game.
I think you and I
Don't
have something
expect
more
me
to talk about.
I'm gonna take a seat. Got anything to drink around?
I might have something.
Oh, let's do some business.
He's only got 1 glass, but he tosses out what was left in it and pours you a shot of dark-colored liquor.
I down it. I slide it back to him. I look him in the eyes. Business is business.
It was supposed to be space pirates. Oh. Well, truth is, Billy and I don't get along. Less the
I can
money
see that.
or the goods are flowing between our hands, it's more likely to be bullets sometimes. I would like somebody in that position that I could trust and get along with a little bit better than Billy.
Well, don't expect me to cook that, because that's kind of garbage.
I mean, don't get me wrong. None of those boys are too smart, and they're going to need this book to get anything done by half measure. But Billy's no cook. He's just a big guy that holds them all together.
Mm.
If you could take Billy's place, say if something were to happen to him, then I would be
I'm
working with you.
Now, this wouldn't entail bringing him in alive, now would it?
Either way, if you could get him by himself, I can take care of the rest.
Can I ask a question? Can I just make a small ball of fire in my hand and just like I'll snap my fingers and just how do you feel about fire? See,
I think that worked perfect.
Cat's got his little tricks. I got mine. I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna spit in my hand. I think we got a deal.
All right. The Goblin Sheriff, or unofficial law, spits in his hand and shakes on it.
Right. I'm gonna go kill Billy. That's what I wanted to do in the first place.
Is Kate a bad guy?
More of the opposite side entrepreneur.
You mean a customer?
No. You got words. I got magic.
Well, listen, we all got magic. My point is, I thought we came into this with an understanding that we were bad guys trying to reform.
Right, that'll come later.
Okay, all right. You're gonna okay, all right, cool. All right. Here I was thinking Arthur the Truth Robot was gonna be my problem. Turns out it's a murderous kobold. Which is fine. I don't know. I don't know what buttons to push to get you to see that this ain't the way.
There ain't no buttons to push. You had your plan. I had mine.
Right.
Okay.
I guess that's my point. Is I don't know what to do to get you on the same page. By that, that's what I mean.
I don't know what page you're talking about. We've been talking about pages this whole time. You just want to own this city.
Well, no.
I want to control it.
Okay, then you must misunderstand my goals. Clearly, we've come to a mutual misunderstanding.
All right, where's Kata going now?
I think he's gonna plan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's got to figure out. He can't just do this all willy nilly and walk up, right? He's got to plan on how to do this.
So you going to Sunshine Circle, or are you going to the trailer?
I think I'm gonna go to the trailer. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. The one thing that I do want to address when we get to the trailer with Arthur is, hey, Arthur, I kind of need a place where there aren't any cameras. I know, honesty's the best policy and all that, but could we maybe cut the camera in here? Is that possible?
No.
I mean, you're not gonna report it anyway, right? So what's the point in having it recorded?
No.
Why not?
Don't wanna.
Okay. All right.
I like to go back. I like to go back and rewatch the tape.
You're a strange duck, but I'll just keep that in mind. No worries. No worries. Always on. Never off. Never get a break. Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Well, that's all that I had for this one. Was at this point to go ahead and go talk to Gilly.
Pretty sure the sheriff is going to try to hurt us.
What you mean?
I'm pretty sure he threatened us, or threatened me at least.
I mean, at that point, we let him have the juice. We give him the business. Self-defense and all.
We give him the juice.
Maybe we should talk to him again. Let him know that violence isn't the way, and if he starts to attack us, then he should reform before he does that.
Can I come in at this point?
Yeah.
Quick walk, right? Yeah, I'll walk in the door. Hey guys.
Hey, where you been, buddy?
In for a walk. Thought about stuff. I think you're right, Rick. I think you're right.
The name's Rick's.
Right, Rick.
All right. What am I right about again?
This place needs to change. That's it.
Given that I'm being recorded right now, I'm gonna phrase this in a very particular way. You're
Why?
right.
This is a safe space, right? He's not recording.
He is. Do be aware of that. That's important. The camera's always on. There's never a break. You're always on.
Oh, that's what character is. It's who you are when no one's watching. So.
Yeah, but somebody's always. You just made the point that somebody's always watching. So. You
Exactly.
can't really
be
develop.
yourself.
You can't really develop character if character is somebody who you are when no one's watching. If somebody's always watching, you never really develop character that way.
We can step out. We can step somewhere where Arthur can't see us or hear us, but he does have like all the sonar thing. What?
It's
Got
not
like infrared and all kinds of.
It's not important. It's not important that he doesn't hear us, or I wouldn't say anything to you that I wouldn't say to him. But
Then why you gotta phrase it right? Just say, speak your mind.
Then
Right
no,
now.
we don't.
I agree.
We
Say
don't,
what you mean and mean what you say.
we don't play that game. Anyway,
What game are you playing?
Space Heroes. Heroes.
my point is such that I agree. This place does need to change, and
Right. Misspelled Heroes. Love it.
it needs to change for the better. It needs to change to the good. And whatever goals we have individually can be accomplished when this place is a place of respect and peace and justice. Whatever thing we want to do individually can be done outside of that. It seems obvious to me that everything about the authority structure, what little there is dirty. And
Yeah,
I wish
This place is covered in sand. Just everything's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be always dirty.
I was trying to find a way to sort of set the precedent that we were here to do good and help people out. And that didn't work out because they want what they want and they're hard-nosed in their opinions and they want things to play out a certain way. So we just got to be more delicate about how we help. And we need to spend some more time finding what little goodness and truth is here and cultivating friendships and relationships with those people. Not the sheriff, not Billy, not whomever.
Okay.
It's 11:40.
Yep.
Before we hop into something major, would you guys like to perhaps wrap?
Yeah. What would you say you guys are doing over the next 8 hours?
What time is it now?
5.
8 hours before 8 hours pass.
Well, is it time for
Five,
these
yeah.
guys? Time for these. Oh, 5. Okay. But not quite bedtime then.
What is Arthur's bedtime?
So I would say that for me, I am going to make a point over the next 8 hours to go mingle in the town and try to find maybe good-hearted people who ended up out here and disagree with the general atmosphere of the place. And I would also ask Arthur to spend at least some of that time standing security for Gilly, and I'll set that up with Gilly, and then we'll do that. And then Arthur said as part of that, he wanted to take a look at he wanted to look at the spot where the bodies were found and get some information related.
yeah. So I definitely want to do that. That's number one.
So
That's number one.
That's number one. That's what I want to do most is take a look at that spot because
Okay.
murder is running rampant. I don't like that.
All right. If the first thing we're doing at 5 o'clock is heading back out to go look around the town, then yeah, let's go ahead and cut it.
What do we do if we want to keep this thing running?
Well, if you were going to hang around sitting in your trailer for a little while, I was going to end it differently.
Listen, wait in the trailer. I don't.
Yeah, I don't think at this point, with Rix's plan, not go like Rix would kind of feel like he couldn't, like put his feet up and rest after a good day's plan. The plan did not go as he saw fit, so he would not like take the next 8 hours to like chill. That would not be chill.
Okay.
Like if the plan had worked, maybe he puts his feet up, smokes a little cigarette that he brought, and calls it a day. But it did not, so he has to go get the next thing in motion.
Alrighty.
I agree that I wouldn't be opposed to keeping playing, but that's an honest answer as to what I would want to do with the next 8.
I want to just go end Billy right now.
You want to go into Billy?
Yeah, just blow him up. Like, you all work for me now. Got a problem with that? That's how I feel.
Hero. We're heroes.
Well,
Not yet. Not
Right.
yet.
okay. Yeah, since it seems like you're all wanting to move in different directions and engage in a bunch of stuff, it's probably better that we stop it here.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'll cut the stream then, and we'll go from there.
Okay.